We've been keeping a very close tap on what the country's new crypto bill will be looking like, and now NDTV exclusively has for you details of the cabinet note that seems to suggest what the new crypto bill will be all about. We'll go across to Sunil Prabhu, who's bringing us all these details. But just to give you a hint over there, the big headline at the moment from those details is the fact that there will be no ban, but a regulation that will come in as for cryptocurrencies. It will not just be seen as currencies, but assets, and also that SEBI now will be regulating crypto. These are big news and headlines that is coming in on the crypto front here in the country. Let's cut across to Sunil Prabhu now, joining us for the very latest. Sunil, we were the first on NDTV to break it down for our viewers that it will not be a ban, it will be a regulation. Now, you've picked up some exclusive cabinet note details, something that the Prime Minister has himself weighed on. I believe the headline here is not just about regulation, but what form of regulation, and SEBI regulating it is a very interesting thing there.
That's right, Sonal. I think there's been a huge transformation, and I think somewhere down the line, the Government of India and the Ministry of Finance has gone through those pros and cons. From the 11th of February, actually that note comes back to the early part of this year in January, when the cryptocurrency was planned to be banned completely. There's been a huge transformation and a big sea change. What is the big change? What hit the headlines is with that note from the government in terms of the winter session of bringing cryptocurrency. It's not going to be cryptocurrency, it's going to be called crypto assets. So that nomenclature, it may be the same, but it's going to be called not cryptocurrency, but crypto assets. Why is it not being called cryptocurrency? Because they are not allowing any bitcoins or any kind of crypto thing as a virtual currency being accepted. That's it's as a legal tender will not be accepted. That's a clear no. I think that's what even the Prime Minister in his deliberations in the meeting made it absolutely clear to ensure that doesn't take place. And in fact, for those related to terror or money laundering that is taking place, they are amending the act to ensure that the prevention of money laundering takes place. The next question is that all crypto assets, where the private ones or whatever, will be regulated and will be done through exchanges at different levels of the exchange. And as you rightly pointed out, this will be regulated by SEBI. There was another proposal about the currencies. Those things will be regulated by RBI, but a virtual currency, which was planned to be done, and the RBI Act was to be regulated, amended. That's as a policy decision been kept on hold. I think they will do it as a standalone for a virtual currency for RBI at a later stage. So that you can definitely expect a virtual currency soon, but it will take place at a different time. The next most important aspect will be a cutoff date. Suppose you, me, or anybody else who's dealing with bitcoins, they will have to come under the exchange. They will have to disclose this, and there will be a cutoff period. Whether it will be 90 days or 6 months, that's something that will be prescribed in the rules and the schedule when it ever is done. To ensure that people or crypto exchanges and investors do not fall prey and get into bad hands. There are huge penalties that have been given for crypto exchanges for any violation, from up to, in terms of monetary, up to 5 crores, from 5 crores to up to 20 crores, and including imprisonment of 1 and 1.5 years. So these are the basic counters. The cabinet is expected to meet early next week, where it will give a finality to it, and then of course ultimately it's a cabinet decision which will be done. But these are some of the broad changes that we are picking up that have taken place, and clearly a middle path has been followed, not an outright ban, as I said, from what was envisaged in early of this year. And as Nirmala Sitharaman, as the Finance Minister herself explained on the floor of the House, there have been a lot of developments, and that's the reason why they now want to regulate it and hopefully at some stage or the other bring it under the tax net.
But you said Italy ready to be signed next week, Sunil. That's big news. That means there is potential that this new bill could be tabled in this session itself.
It will 100% be tabled in this session. I think that commitment is clear from the Government of India's point of view. It's been quite some time, and this time around they are determined. And as I said, early next week, the Cabinet will meet, and hopefully as soon as the Cabinet gives its clearance, the Minister would like to introduce that bill in the floor of the House.
Right.